Hello. So this is day, I don't know, 3 or 4. Can't really remember anymore of building in public, but I haven't missed a day of uploading in like the last 4 or 5 days or so since I started this challenge. Initially, it's just going to be a 30-day challenge, but today I figured I would show you what I was working on today. So this took a few hours, and essentially it's this guy. There's the website code for this website. Now, can I code a website of this caliber? Abso-freaking-lutely. I can do this from scratch. This is not a very complex website, as you can tell, right? There's like 5 things on it. There's this, there's this, there's this, there's this, and then there's, ooh. See? But this is just my landing page for my offer for lead generation for businesses. So this is the new thing that I'm going to be trying out. Out as they're trying to build, they need more leads. I mean, who doesn't, right? Everybody wants more leads. Even like companies like Apple, Google, whoever, they're constantly trying to get more customers. That's the only reason why they have as many customers as they do. Now, I'm not saying one thing or another about whether or not that's good or not, but this is the, chase growth economy that we live in, and it is sort of, well, I'm not sure if it's baked into us as humans. I think it is to some degree, but I think it's also exploited greatly by capitalism, because it's able to generate things by exploiting that drive, right? Anyway, that's my philosophical rant done and over with. What I'll do now is show you exactly what I did and what I built out. So, first thing I did was I wrote a VSL script, right? And how I structured it is I just made an Obsidian document where I just had it all laid out and I just ran through it and I almost read it straight up. Like I was constantly looking over, but I put up a video yesterday on my YouTube on how to film a VSL. And this is exactly what I did, right? I have the video on the left side. The camera is right next to my monitor so that if I need to look over to the text, that's right. I jammed the text right against the left side of my monitor, and that way it's right next to the camera. So if I look over, I'm not looking all the way over here. I don't have to turn my head. I just turn my eyes, right? And if I just keep my head more or less straight like this as I'm talking, and I only glance over, there are tools that let you literally just, AI tools that let you literally just reposition your eyes directly on camera. I would use it sparingly because it is a bit dishonest, but for something like this, just for presentation purposes, I think it's fine. For other topics, I don't know. It really depends. Anyway, so I wrote the script. I filmed this VSL at 6 minutes 33 seconds. Pretty good time. It captured everything that I wanted it to capture. And then I went ahead and built this site. Building a site did not take long at all. It took like, I don't know, an hour. Actually, no, probably took like 2.5 hours with everything included because I had to do like a booking thing, which embedded into my Calendly. I had to embed this Wistia thing, which was a pain in the ass. I had to, do the thumbnail for this video as well. I also had to mess around with getting the fonts and stuff done. So this is one of the issues with building on either directly in like HTML without having some Figma thing on top or some design tool done ahead of time is that when I was done, I didn't like the fonts. So then I had to change out fonts. And swapping out fonts is a real pain when you have to do it through code, right? Because you have to like download the right code. And let me actually make this smaller. Man, Medium's huge, huh? Look at this. All right, I'm gonna put my face over my face. Whoa, crazy. But you see, like you have to put in every single font that you use, and then you have to swap them out, and you have to swap them out in the CSS file, and it's just kind of a pain to go through each one, and then I'm using the live version of I'm using VS Code with the live extension or whatever it's called, so it's able to just load it up, and it just took a little bit of time. So like something like Webflow would have been much faster on swapping these things out if I had built it on Webflow. But the problem is, then I would have had to build it out in Webflow, and their AI builder kind of sucks. So I'd have to build it from scratch. Whereas with this, I just had it code up the site from scratch, and because it's such a simple website, I know it's not going to mess up significantly, right? And I can go in and change the code if I need to. So it's it's a give and a take, right? If you're really good with the tool, if you know something well, just use that. If not, you can just have AI make it fully and edit it all in there, because you could have asked for different fonts and stuff for the AI to do as well, but then it would take even longer because it has to regenerate the website every single time. So anyway, this is the website, this is set up, and my outreach is going to start funneling people into this. So they have somewhere to go, a video to watch that explains everything. I'm going to be adding an FAQ section to this and maybe fleshing it out a little bit more. But for now, this is a really good place. I'm really happy with the progress that I made today. And yeah, I mean, it's 12:24 a.m., so it's technically not yesterday anymore, but if I haven't fallen asleep, it's the same day. So this has been day 3 of. Oh, one other thing. I use GitHub Pages to do the upload for this. Right? So GitHub Pages, and I pointed it to my URL, so I pointed my pork bun thing, made a CNAME record, did everything. It takes like 5 minutes. You can literally ask any AI and it'll tell you how to load up a website. So like, don't think, and GitHub Pages is totally free, by the way. So don't think you need a lot to get started with this sort of stuff. If you need any help, if you're watching my content, and you're thinking about starting a business, or you have started a business, and you want some help with certain things, just leave me a comment. I'm happy to chat, happy to help out. If you're trying to film a VSL, set up a website, do anything like that, do automations with N8N, let me know. Happy to talk, or even just leave a philosophical question. I love that, honestly. That's it. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.